Welcome back to the Poultry Doc Podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Blayne Mozisek. Today we're coming to you from Georgetown, Texas, where we're visiting Zen Pen Poultry, an NPIP certified breeder known for their beautiful Ayam Cemanis and other rare breeds. In this episode, we'll talk about proper quarantine practices, whether you're introducing new birds to your flock or a breeder bringing show birds home from competition. We'll cover how to minimize risk and maintain a healthy environment for your birds. Let's head to the coop. Welcome back to the Poultry Doc Podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Blayne Mozisek, and today we're going to do a quick little episode on biosecurity. We're out here at Zen Pen Poultry looking at some of the cool things they have to offer. We've got this nice pen here, very good facilities, but in the potential that they're at a show, one of the things they do is come back and isolate or quarantine those birds for 15 to 30 days, sort of depending. And as we were looking through, we noticed, well, this is actually very close to some of the other birds that they have, right? And they've got multiple pens like this within the barn. If we're really focused on good biosecurity, or at least quarantine in this particular case, we have to consider that all this is airborne. And so we've got the barn door open right now, and while you may not be able to see it, it's often you'll see these little feathers kick up and start flying around. And there goes one right there. So if you think about, like, if Mycoplasma was an issue or something that we were concerned about, Mycoplasma can very easily be carried on feathers. And so if the wind is blowing, even from your neighbors across the street, and those feathers get blown into your property, that's a break in biosecurity, essentially. So this is a great setup, but we can't consider one cage next to the other to be a barrier, not even one to the, one below and above, or even one in the same barn. So this, if we were quarantining birds, these birds would be essentially all exposed. They would all be together. This is an enough barrier to really serve as a good quarantine area. So just keep that in mind. One thing you may want to also consider doing is testing your birds. So you bring them in, you keep them for, let's say, 10 days, 5 to 10 days in that start of the quarantine period. The stress of that, the stress of the move is going to be enough to bring on Mycoplasma or LTs, some of these bacteria or viruses that go dormant. We can have recrudescence, which is basically like the reactivation of that virus or bacteria caused by stress. So we give them like 5 days or 10 days, and then we'll test for that. And if you did want to, like if you're bringing one in from a show and you want to test that one specifically, one test per bird. In this case, we're going to assume that they've all been exposed to one another, so we'll pool them onto one card and just get the sample that way.
And get in there.
Yep. That is it.
Oh, blood. This is Norma, who is Norman's mate, and that is Runna, Sir Runnington's mate. Yeah, these are silver duckling, Old English game bantams. And these are from a very, very old school line up in Ohio. He doesn't even have a Facebook. Well, he is my prized... I'm not used to doing this with such small ones. These are cool too. They're from Puerto Rico. They're kikirikis. This is as big as they get. Come here, iceberg. I know. These are the original small little fighting game birds. Hi.
And so that's what I would encourage you to do. Quarantine 100% before you bring birds in. If they're really new to you, like from a whole nother place, test for Mycoplasma, test for LT. If those are two bugs that you're trying to keep out, you can put Coryza in there as well too. Those are the three big ones that would go dormant potentially and you not know they're there. They may not even have clinical signs, but yet they're still carrying that disease. So 3 important rule outs before introducing new birds into the flock. So really with that, that's all I have for you today. And again, check out Zen Pen Poultry. Some really cool, interesting breeds that they have going on and some really cool genetics they're working with. So thanks again. Hit the like button, subscribe, do all those things. This is Blayne. We'll talk to you soon.